What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm bringing you my review of Durarara X2 10 Episode 7. So right before I get into this, let me just say that I did record the live reaction for this episode, but upon recording the 9th episode, apparently as soon as I got done with that episode, that pretty much everything messed up from there. Like, my editing program or my webcam ended up like rearranging some of the clips somehow. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I can't explain it. So I got the live reactions for episodes 8 and 9. Those should be fine. But as far as episode 7's live reaction, the one that you're watching in this video right now, which doesn't have my live reaction, I couldn't retrieve the live reaction for that. Apparently everything got mixed up on that. So I'm just going to be showing you my afterthoughts. It has my afterthoughts, but it doesn't have the actual live reaction. So, yeah, big problem. I know, it's my fault, but then again, I have a crappy webcam or whatever. I don't know what happened, so just please forgive me. Anyway, here are my thoughts of what I thought about episode 7, so here we go. Okay, so I gotta say, this was a very intense episode. We got a lot of perspectives going on throughout this episode, and in the beginning of this episode, when we see Shinra just lying on the ground in a pool of blood, his face is messed up, his arm is messed up, his leg is messed up. I mean, when Celty goes to the hospital and brings him to the hospital, you know, he is almost in a full body cast, almost. You know, his face is messed up, broken arm, broken leg. I mean, how can you do that to Shinra, one of the funniest characters in the series? You know, like this stalker guy, he hasn't got what is coming to him yet. I mean, his back is burned from Mikado setting gasoline on him and whatnot. But I think the person who should be able to take this guy out is definitely Celty. But I'm not sure if she's going to, kill him, because, that's not really how stuff works in Durarara. But especially Celty's character, she'd be going way out of character if that was the case. But if anything, that this guy needs to pay, and Celty, man, she is going to just what the stalker guy did to Shinra. Not only that, but also Mikado smashing his head up against the wall, like, ugh. And in that same scene when Mikado's face is being smashed up against the wall, after that fight, when Oba arrives at the scene, it almost seems that Oba knows who exactly Kita is. Now, either Mikado told him who Mikado or who Kita was, although I'm pretty sure that Mikado didn't tell Oba that Kita is the leader of the Yellow Scars, because just due to the fact that he doesn't want his friends getting involved in more of the shit that some of the characters are already involved in, right? I mean, Mikado is trying to purge the bad dollars out of the gang in general. And in order to do that, he had to, obviously contract himself with the Blue Squares. So I don't really think that Oba knew the fact that Kita was the leader of the Yellow Scars at the time. But if anything, because of Oba's character, he's like another Joker, another Izaya. So if we know that much, there's a possibility that he could have stalked out, Mikado's, contact list or something like that. So because by the end of that scene, he's like, oh, so you're that guy. So it makes me want to believe that he knows that Kita is the leader of the Yellow Scars. And by the end of that scene, we see that Kita, how Mikado is being treated from these Blue Squares guys. It seems that Kita finally has clicked in who exactly this Oba character is, and he wants his friend to not be involved with these guys whatsoever, because Mikado is getting into some deep shit right now. He is, going down a dark path, and if he keeps going down this path, Mikado is already going to get hurt, because he got really badly injured in this episode. But if he keeps on, tagging along with Oba, he's gonna end up getting killed. So it's good that Kita is actually trying to get his friend out of these situations, because now we have Kita actually, you know, calling up the members of the Yellow Squares in order to get his friend out of these types of situations. Because not only is Mikado being used by Oba, but we also see by the end of this episode that some of the Mafia members have actually started to notice that Mikado is purging some of the dollars out of the gang and whatnot. So they're going to be going after him as well. And by the end of this episode, when we see Izaya hanging out with his new crew, I mean, dang, Izaya now has his own personal army right now to actually, you know, carry out his plans for the new future of mankind or whatever. But he has a pretty good army right now. Not really an army, but like he has a pretty good group going on right now. I mean, he has first the girl who he saved in that Suicide Pact group, which we got introduced in the first episode. Then he also has, I think these are 3 members of the police gang, I'm pretty sure. So it makes me want to believe that the one in the middle is probably the one that is always going after Celty. Now, I don't really know if these are the police guys or whatever. They look the same as the ones who are always chasing after Celty. So there's that. Because, you know, there's, like, for example, there's a motive that these characters would want, and that's the police members to actually go after, or they want to capture Celty, so that's why Izaya hired them, you know, so, I don't know, we'll see. Then it also seems like we got Haruka. I think her name is Haruka. She was the one that was also possessed by Saika at the time. She is like Sonohara in a way. I think this girl's name is Haruka. I think that's Haruka. It looks like she was the girl from the first season who is possessed and whatnot. So it's very interesting that if that is her, it's very interesting to see her come back from the previous seasons of Durarara. Then we also have Igor. We knew that Igor did have, or no, wait. Actually, no, that's not Igor. Excuse me. I think I said that in my in my live reaction that this was Igor. But no, that is actually Sloan. Okay, so there's Sloan. Then we have the stalker who is always has his own fascination with Rudy. So there is that character as well. And then it looks like we got introduced to like 3 more different characters. This bald guy who I don't know, the one who actually Izaya hired to actually, I guess, capture the stalker guy. So there's this guy. I thought this was Yatabe at the first, but it's not. And then we also have this girl with the red hair. So, yeah, we got introduced to a few new characters within Izaya's group, while also having seen previous ones, and just seeing all these, you know, characters. Hopefully more will be explained on these characters, because I'm kind of interested in these 3 characters, the girl, you know, and the bald guy, and the guy that, you know, basically recruited the stalker guy. And what Izaya's plans are, how he's going to go about this is going to be very interesting to see, because this episode in general just had so much build up to what exactly is going to go down in the next episodes, and it looks like stuff is really starting to heat up from here. And I mean, if by the time we get to Durarara episode 12 with 10, I wonder how that's going to play out, because if these characters are coming in now, then these characters will also show up in Durarara X2 Ketsu, the final core of the second season. And I'm very interested to see how, you know, what their roles are going to play in, on how, you know, exactly they're going to play out in the main storyline. But yeah, guys, that about does it for this episode. I really enjoyed it. I mean, we got introduced to some new characters, which is always nice. We got a lot of action within this episode. And also, in general, we just got a lot of build-up, like I said before, for what's going to lie ahead in the next episode of Durarara, and I can't wait to check it out. But yeah, that about does it for the video, guys. If you like this video, please give it a like. Let me know in the comments down below on what else you would like to see on this channel. And as always, if you want to stay up to date to my future content, please hit the red subscribe button below, and you'll never miss a video from me. That about does it for the video, guys. Have a safe day, and stay awesome, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Catch you guys next time.